Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 2 with the draft, Theros block draft. Yes, we'd like to play first in an aggro deck, of course. This is a decent hand, Springleaf Drum with Sigiled Starfish that will allow us to actually go find everything we need. A little redundancy in the Oracle's Insight, but there's no way we're going to mulligan this. I mean, this is a powerful hand. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see if you don't have a fast hand, if we don't have any Deepwater Hypnotists or Bloodcrazed Hoplites in here. So I'm going to lead off with an Island and a Springleaf Drum. Pass the turn back to our opponent. He did have to go down to 6, so we have the advantage right off the bat. And I'm a little bit afraid of a burn deck, but, ooh, that's a lovely card. But, I mean, again, we got the Sigiled Starfish here. So this is going to be a nice little acceleration. Starfish. And we can tap out a blue for Thassa's Ire. So we got a nice little control going on here. And Arena Athlete, Heroic can't block. Okay, that's fine. We're okay with that. Alright, so draw a card. We can actually put an Oracle's Insight on our Starfish, but it would take an extra turn to do that. I think it's just going to be the Harpy here. We can actually perma-tap down his stuff, but I think it's just going to be the Harpy. And then if we need to, so Omenspeaker's Whale, so I can't block this turn. So I'm going to be taking 3, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So I'm down to a 16. I'm going to go ahead and scry here. Well, we'll wait to scry. See if he kills it. I'm definitely okay with him killing my drum at this point. I don't need it, because I have 2 scries to scry away anything but a land. And he does decide to, so that is, again, that's fine. It's done its job. And Hypnotist can go on the bottom at this point. We want to hit a land drop, and we're going to do it again to try to hit a land drop. Asphyxiate, again, at this point it has to go on the bottom. That's unfortunate. Didn't hit a land drop on either one of them, but we're going to find the land drop. Didn't hit a land drop again out of 3 cards, but we get in with the Harpy, and then we have a Tymaret, which is the perfect card against his deck, as it gives us a blocker. He's going to wish his guys are 3-2 now. And so any late game threats, we just perma-tap down. I mean, I'm loving this now. This is definitely how we want it to go. We got the Oracle's Insight, Servant of Tymaret combination once we get one more land. Or I can just Lightning Strike that. But again, at Lightning Strike keeps my Starfish alive. Take another 2. I need to find that land. Put that on the bottom. There it is. So do I want to go Crewfist's Insight on a Blood Harpy? I don't believe so. I think I just attack in for 2. And then we tap down his guy. And 15 to 14. Pretty even here. 3 cards, 2 cards, but I've got the Ire on board plus a Starfish on board. So I'm going to go and tap this guy. I mean, we could untap the Starfish, but I think we'll just tap the Arena Athlete down. And now we don't need to scry with the Starfish because we have what we need. And that's okay for another land because I believe at this point we'll put out the Gorgon. Now we're ahead on the race. Follow the Hammer. And my Arena, okay, that's fine. On a Bloodcrazed Hoplite, yeah, that's great. I'm definitely okay with that. He has to use it on his turn, so he's not going to get any heroic. And doesn't kill off anything that I, put a Oracle's Insight on. We got the Gorgon. They can now wreak havoc. Even if he has another heroic card. and puts on the Rune Athlete. So the Sigil, so my Gorgon can't block. We'll be fine. Yeah, if you want to spend another card on this, I'm definitely okay with it. So yeah, so Titan Strength, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Because it's still a 2-for-1. And in an aggressive red deck, which now I can tap down any threat he puts out, I will make that trade any day. And now we can scry away any land. Sip of Hemlock. I'm going to put it on the... I hate to put that on the bottom. But Sip of Hemlock is very powerful at this point. And our opponent is getting mana flooded. We'll go ahead and scry again. We'll put that on top. We want one more island. And now we are in great shape. I mean, I could put an Oracle's Insight on my Sigiled Starfish, but I'd rather wait for a relevant target to put that on. So, yep, he is definitely flooded now. Worst thing for an aggro deck. Ordeal of Thassa. I can't attack. I can actually attack the Starfish. Jeez, I'm going to put that on the bottom, and we'll scry again. And we'll put that on the bottom. So Omenspeaker's fine. We'll go ahead and cast it. And now we can scry 2. We want both of those on top. And now we can go ahead and throw this on the Omenspeaker. And these Oracle's Insights are probably going to come out with Lightning Strike, Fall the Hammer, and, yep, Feast of Dreams. Yeah, absolutely, I got to take those out. So again, I'm going to... No, I don't need to scry because I know what's coming up. It's a Cloaked Siren. I don't even need to scry the next turn. So, whoa, I don't even need to use this, though. Because I can flash it in. So in a turn here, I'll flash in the Cloaked Siren. Cloaked Siren. And again, we don't even need to scry because I know it's on top, and I want that. So hopefully we can just beat him down with this unless he has even more removal. So very solid deck here. Aggressive deck. But it's kind of awkward, though, because look, well, he has gotten flooded. And this would be a totally different game if he actually had threats here. And at this point I can scry, so sure, we'll put it on top. Whoops. Did I just pass the turn? Did I scry on my own turn there? And he draws another land. I feel for you, man. There's 10 lands. That is MTGO. So this game was gifted to us. Makes up for our game that we had to mulligan to 5, though. And see if he's got the lightning that kills both of them. What is it called? Homing lightning? That kills both of them? That'd be awful. Just a magma jet. So much removal in his deck. But he still takes 3. He's down to a 9. And again, we never have to see another land because of the Starfish. Unless we get 2 in a row. Put that on bottom. And at this point, I think we scry again and get something relevant here. Put that on bottom, so I'm glad I actually did that. Oracle's Insight again could go on the War-Wing, but a threat's a threat at this point. We'll kill it to do 2 more damage. Put us up a turn. And he's dead next turn with the Heroic Trigger. Well, he's just dead next turn. And again, I'm going to have to play this next game a little bit more quicker, being down to 16 minutes already. See if he's got another removal spell. He doesn't. All right, so cards that are good against him. You know, Mnemonic Wall actually might be good. It's something that can survive. Thassa's R was awesome. Triton Tactics is amazing in this matchup. The things that I don't like, I actually do like the early game. So Blood Harpy's not good, and Cruel Feeding though and Cutthroat Maneuver are awesome. Shipwreck Singer is amazing in this matchup. Again, it's going to be out goes the Oracle Insights because I know he's got a Feast of Dreams and I don't want to just get blown out by it. So I just think that the Mnemonic Wall coming in or maybe a Divination. I think at this point Mnemonic Wall might be a little bit better than Divination as a 0/4. Can actually block a lot of relevant targets. Ordeal of Thassa I'm just going to keep in because even though he does have destroy target creature that is enchanted, do I have any other... Is it a dead card if I completely get rid of it, though? And I believe it is, because I have no enchantment creatures. So, yeah. So, I just take out the Ordeal of Thassa, and then his Feast of Dreams is completely pointless. So, Divination can come in. And I think that's good. And I mean, do I even want Springleaf Drum? Because I know he can destroy it with an artifact. I mean, I kind of want it to be able to tap a card. I'm going to go into an extra island here. Now that I have the Nullify. No, I don't have the Nullify in. I'm going to bring the Nullify in over the Springleaf Drum. Or do I? No, I'm thinking this is fine. We'll submit it. Keepable hand, I guess. Got the Deepwater Hypnotist. We've got the Arbiter of Ideal that we can get into. We have the Triton Tactics. There's no way to mulligan. Unfortunately, I feel bad for my opponent. He has to mulligan again. Down to 6. See if he's got like an Acheron Crusader or a Hoplite. He does not. So this is looking very good for us. That Cloaked Siren will be good as well. The Deepwater Hypnotist we will be able to throw out next turn with the Triton Tactics that can actually untap it, and we can do some tricks with that. Again, now we're getting flooded with the islands. That's what happens when you take out an island or a swamp for an island. But, I mean, the Sip of Hemlock doesn't have to be casted for quite a while. I could have just given him a Magma Jet target. Is this card worth Magma Jetting? He Magma Sprays it, which I'm definitely okay with because that allows my Cloaked Siren to actually not die to it. And uh-oh. If any card's going to get me, it's going to be the Satyr Nick Smith. Yikes. That card is a bomb. That's going to be very hard for me to deal with. The Springleaf Drum is going to be awful at this point. Well, we need to get his Arbiter of Ideal online as quick as possible. I can Triton Tactics to save my guy. So I'm actually not as in bad shape as I initially thought. He's going to make the 3-1 here and attack in. He's going to have double 3-1s that I have to deal with. Because I'm sure he's just going to keep progressing it that way. This card is so hard to stop on turn 3. Especially, that's why he got rid of the early way to actually block it. But hopefully next turn I can actually deal with it. Again, a Magma Jet and a land is really the only thing that can deal with it. I mean, we can go Servant of Tymaret. And maybe Servant of Tymaret is better because then he has to find an answer for it. No, I can't even cast a Servant of Tymaret. What am I smoking? So, yeah, we'll flash in Cloaked Siren. And take out that Nick Smith. Oh, no. He pops down a mountain, which means a... I should have a chance to respond to this, actually, though. Oh, boy. So... Yep. I think this is worth it. But it's still going to take 3 damage, so do I... I have to trade at this point, don't I? No, because I need my Servant of Tymaret online to actually block these things. So do I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Wow, that actually still works because this only gets it up to a 3-5. And I've got to keep him. Yep, I have to take the damage. I have to go down to 5. That thing does not untap, though, so that's going to be good. And then he won't be able to attack into Servant of Tymaret, so... And we get a natural swamp to hit it. So, actually, we can go for the Arbiter Ideal. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't block, so... Oh, he just puts out another guy and I die. Why was I thinking this didn't untap? Because no matter how I block here, I'm dead. So, mistake on my part. Huge mistake on my part. Hopefully he doesn't realize that. I mean, I think at this point I had to make the Satyr Nick Smith block. Servant of Tymaret, of course, was the right play there, and then I'd have 2 blockers. No, then he would have had to... Yep. Yep, so it's just a turn 3 Satyr Nick Smith. There's really nothing around that. Wow, he had a great hand there. He had a very great hand. So Nullify, I think, actually needs to come in as a way that I can actually deal with that. And maybe Springleaf Drum. Maybe, actually, Psychic Intrusion's really bad here. We'll bring in another island to make it up to 17. No, I don't think we need that at this point. Siren's good, Cutthroat's good, Sip of Hemlock is a little late as well. Maybe we just need to stabilize. It looks like he's all early, so I'd rather have, like, maybe even a countermand over the Sip of Hemlock. Or just a flat out other land so we don't get stuck on lands again. Again, Triton Tactics, Omenspeaker, Deepwater Hypnotist, Sigiled Starfish, Divination. All these are so good. But Sip of Hemlock really is my only removal that can get me there late game. Yeah, out comes the Swamp, comes back in the Sip of Hemlock. I hope this doesn't cost me the game. Hopefully we don't get stuck with a Sip in our hand. Yes, we'd like to play first. I do need lands, but we have a great little starting hand against him again. He does nice. Snap keeps that. I mean, he kept that hand very quickly this time. Cruel Feeding. Ugh, this is going to be really, really bad if he's got the Magma Spray or the Magma Jet. But now we can protect it with Triton Tactics. We get awesome. We get it. We actually get the black for the Shipwreck Singer. Magma Jet, I do believe it's worth it to keep it alive. He does get a scry, though. And we get in there for 2. And yeah, this is very good. Because Pensive Minotaur, we get to give -2, -0. Which I'll attack in again with this. Maybe I should have divinationed beforehand. Do I care about this guy? I think I do. Take that out and up the life swing here. I hope that doesn't end up being the wrong play. Maybe should have attacked with the Shipwreck Singer at this point. That guy's good. 2/2 haster, though. And I'm ahead in life. Not the biggest issue. Springleaf Drum. Well, we can cast it. Well, I think I'm in a divination here. And we miss. Miss on the lands. All right, so I'm going to attack him with both of these guys. Get in for 3. He's down to a 15. Omenspeaker is going to be huge. Shipwreck Singer is still going to be huge. I'm still at a very healthy 19. He's got nothing to put out. Cloaked Siren again. Do we have lands in this deck? Well, I'm an Omenspeaker. And now we can set up stuff. Yep. Put them both on the bottom because we need lands. That is just ridiculous. Get in there for another 3. Yeah, if he sprays the Hypnotist, I don't know if that's the right play at this point. I think he's trying to race me, but I'm still at 19, and I can block his guy. And now we can go a Springleaf Drum. At least that gives us another land. Then we can get Mononic Wall and get back Triton Tactics. And he's getting land flooded again. Again, if he wants to switch, I'm definitely okay with making him use a spell here to get rid of an Omenspeaker. Like a Titan Strength here. Which he does not. Alright, Searing Blood. That's still okay, though. Alright. Ugh. Well, again, we'll get in here for 1. And keep making him find an answer to these. Are you joking me? Oh, that's the perfect card because it actually gets rid of my Springleaf Drum. I'm going to let him do it. He does not do it. That is interesting because now I can hopefully get out of reach here. Oh, I follow the hammers it. Can I get a land? Just one land. Not 2, not 3, just one land here. Awesome. So I think right here, yeah, the wall is definitely the right play. And do I get a Divination at this point? Or a Cruel Feeding at this point? I think I just get a Divination. Because now he's got to find a way for the Mnemonic Wall. Which, you know, if he wants to Titan Strength this, he's fine. Yeah, that's definitely fine. And an island here, I do believe we kill this guy. He's getting quite annoying. Saves my Springleaf Drum. Down to an 11. I do have to worry about that Satyr. But other than that, we are in very good position. We got our lands now, of course. So I'm going to Divination because I think that just flashing into Cloak Guy is a lot better at the end of turn here. Yeah, and we're way ahead in the card advantage area. He's used a Magma Jet, a Magma Spray, and a Searing Blood. The guy's got an incredible deck. We'll give him that much. And Lightning Strike's out of the way now. So, yeah. Another island. Well, this allows us to... We'll Starfish here. And Ire. And we can still attack him with our Shipwreck. Ping him down. Geez, look at the amount of control in this. Ay, ay, ay. But again, now we never have to draw into another land. via the Starfish. Sure. It's a relevant threat. And there's really not much he can do here, except hope for a Boulder Fall. He's got the 8 mana for Boulder Fall. Asphyxiate on a Deepwater Hypnotist. This will make it fizzle. We'll scry. Put this on bottom. Draw. Get in with their attack. And exactly 6 damage. Woo! We pulled that one off. I mean, that was very good. Very good a game there. I mean, look at just the amount of removal this guy has. So, but his only really hope, what happens when you have so much removal and no threats, though? And we didn't see many threats game 1. And game 2, the only threat was the Satyr, that, or the guy that produced the elemental token. So that is definitely the problem when you have, you know, way too much removal and not an actual threat. So, I mean, at how many turns is 13 to have 8 lands? Yeah, it's a little high, but we had 8 lands as well, plus a Springleaf Drum, but that's through 2 Divination. So he did get a little bit land flooded. Both those games that he lost, I do feel for him, but anyway, we're going on to the finals. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.